It is Lindsay from Rented Space, and thank you for joining me today. I'm actually sitting in my dining room and I have a small seed purchase that I've made. It's not a very big one. To be honest, I don't need a lot of seeds, but there's just a few things that I wanted one to start growing, and also just a few things that I needed just to top up. So it isn't a big order. Now I got this from the seed collection. I hope you can see that properly. And they are from Upper Fern Tree Gully in Victoria, so Australia, if you're from outside of the country. I live in New South Wales, Australia, coastal, but even though I'm coastal, I'm probably only really about 40 minutes maybe from the beach, or half an hour, 40 minutes from the beach. However, I am more arid, I guess, than sandy low, if that makes sense. Sorry, I keep saying that. But so even though I am coastal New South Wales, I have a bit of a range of I guess soil conditions. It gets muggy here, but it also has a dry heat depending on the weather and everything that's going on. We have lots of kangaroos around, so most mornings I wake up with at least 5-6 kangaroos and wallabies in my yard, and there's also plenty of rabbits and lots of wildlife. So anyway, like I said, I just put in a little seed collection, a little seed order just to kind of boost up my numbers. Now I liked it too. They gave me like a little thing to say thank you for your order. So I liked that. Right, so then they also, I got like a detailed list of what I bought, and it also comes in like with a how to start your seeds guide, understanding the seed packets, so a little bit about everything that's in them, and then sort of indicates what soil temperature and germination days should be, the rates of the packets, how long they should last for, and when you see the decline in how many seeds germinate in each of their packets. So I do kind of like that. It does have, tells you a little bit of extra information. So even for a first-time gardener, it kind of has all that extra information that you might not know, or that doesn't necessarily fit on the packet. So these are small packets, as you can see. They're not huge. There's information on there. So for instance, these are one that I bought. These are my rosella seeds. Now it has, hibiscus sabdaphnia. Sorry, it's hard to read on the plastic, but sabdaphnia. It says there's 35 seeds in a packet. Raised seedling depth is 10 mil. Germination is 10 to 21 days. At 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. So I do like that it even tells you what temperature should be starting these at. Spring or after frost. Frost tender annual. So this is an annual, it's not a perennial, so it is only an annual. 45 up to 45 centimeters apart distance, and it can grow, well, it's saying here up to 100 centimeters. Full sun, moist soil. Maturity is 100 to 200 days, so it takes a while to get there. Pick fruit when it's ripe, protect from aphids and susceptible to powdery mildew. And then it says full info, theseedcollection.com.au, and it tells you like the number to look for as well. So it's a little bit, the light in here isn't actually the best. But yeah, so it tells you where to find more information. So I do like that. I like that you have this large A4 sheet that has lots of instructions on it. And it's just the things, so how to start your seeds. You sow them into a soil at the depth indicated on your packet. keep the soil moist but never wet or dry. So it's telling you, you know, one or the other, like, you know, it's moist, not one extreme to the other. And it tells you to be patient because some seeds may take longer to germinate than others. Germination should take 1 to 4 weeks depending on the variety and weather. And that's a big thing to remember too. The weather plays a big part on how fast your seeds germinate. So I'm going to show you here. And I actually kept these. I'm going to plant these soon. But these 2 plants were planted, like these seeds, oops, we're leaking, were planted on the same day. Look at the difference of this one. And this one's only just come up today. Like that wasn't there yesterday. Oh, well, I'm losing all my seeds in it. I've just watered them, so probably not the smartest thing. Yeah, so like I said, they were planted on the same day. And that one just seems to be doing better than the others. So same seed variety, same soil mix, and the same date and time that they were done. They've been watered the same, everything else. But even though they're the same seeds, the same packet of seeds, the same variety, everything like that was exactly the same, they've come up a week separated, like difference. So it is what it is. So these were, I planted those, they're Carolina Reaper chilies, and I planted them on the 16th of November. Okay, so just remember that with your seeds. Don't do what I used to do and go, oh, it said it would be germinating in 10 days and at day 12 I'm tipping them out and then planting, because my very first year gardening I did all that and I ended up with hundreds of plants growing in the mix because it wasn't warm enough, and I didn't know. It just said you could plant from, say for instance, August. So I planted seeds in August and waited the 10 days or the 15 days or the 21 days, whatever it was. And then I continued, oh, well, that's not working. So I tried some more seeds and then I'd repot and I'd try some more. And it turned out that they just took longer because it was cold and it wasn't warm enough for them to germinate. So they didn't germinate. So these are sitting behind me. As you can tell by the black, that's my blinds. So I have blackout blinds and privacy blinds. So it's like the 2 blinds. And every morning I open it up. And that's my little mini grow station inside. Because that's where I get majority of the light for most of the day. So even though I'm not here, I know that they're safe, they're protected, but they're getting the light. And if it's a really hot day, then I just bring down the privacy screen so they're still getting the light, but they're not getting the intense heat. Okay, so let's get into this seed haul. All right, now I'm going to look at my piece of paper as well, so when I'm reading them, I know I'm best chance of actually being able to read them properly. Because, you know, I'm so good I didn't bring my glasses home from work. So these, okay, let's get into the seed haul. So these are Rosella seeds. Now, I bought 2 packets of these, sorry, because it says that you get about the 35 seeds. But a couple of girls at work have told me they actually brought, I was given a plant last year, and it grew quite well. But she told me she got them from her daughter, and her daughter found it quite difficult to propagate, to germinate these. So I grabbed 2 packets just in case. I figured, well, if I do have dramas, at least I have some spares. But also, they're long, like it's 180 to 200 days for maturity. So I wanted to have enough that I could make a fair amount of, because you can make jam and things like that out of this. So I wanted to have at least, realistically, I wanted at least between 6 and 10 plants to ensure that I get a decent harvest off of them. Okay, so there's that. The next thing I got, I did have these in order, but I've kind of moved them. So then I got also Cape gooseberries, and these are a golden nugget one. So this is what is this? Physalis peruviana, and I'm probably saying this wrong, so please excuse my poor pronunciation. So I got those, and now these say that they come with 200 seeds, so you can see there's quite a lot in there. But I've kind of gone for fruiting plants for something that's different. You know, I've got a lot of seeds, but I'm trying to, you know, grow a few extra things that are a little bit different to what I've done before. And that way I know that I'm kind of pushing the boundaries a little bit, I guess. Okay, the next thing I got was some, these are a chili, and they're called Fire and Ice. So it's capsicum and, what is it, capsicum, onion, so I got 10, there was 10 seeds in that. I just got the one packet. I do have some chilies, and I generally have a bit of dramas, but I think this year I've cracked my chili thing. Seen I've got behind me, like I just showed you, I've actually got 3 chilies of those Carolina Reaper chilies, and they were actually sent to me from a friend that I went to school with. Well, it's a couple, and I went to school with both of them. I was maid of honour at their wedding, but they lovely. Thank you, Aaron and Christine. They sent me a pack of Carolina Reapers because they watched my episode where I bought the Jamaican chilies, and Aaron said I needed to have some hot chilies. So thank you, Aaron, because I'm not really into the hot spice, but I will be able to use them anyway. So I've got some of those growing, and I'll be able to make some chili jam and some things. And I do want to make some for Christmas presents as well for other people, so who do like it hot. So, but it was really funny when he sent it to me. He addressed my package to bum burn. So yes, my husband got that, and he's like, why did you address it to bum burn? I was like, well, I didn't buy those, I don't know what it is. And then when I opened it, I knew straight away what it was, and I was like, thank you. So I do appreciate the gift in the mail. It was really nice, actually. It was probably one of my first things I got at the new house address-wise, like addressed to us. So it was a little bit more fun. Next thing I got was some zucchini black beauties. I'm out of zucchini, so I just grabbed a small packet. I do have some zucchinis planted and they're growing, but I just wanted to have some extras as well so I could do some succession planting. But I didn't want to buy too many either. Next thing I got was my some more chilies, and these are jalapenos. And I got 2 packets of those, again to make chili jam and to go just to cook in my cooking, you know, like to add to all my different meals. So spaghetti bolognese, my tacos, my chutneys, chili jams, my capsicum jam that I make as well, and just lots of other bits and pieces, some ferments and things like that. I like them. I try and buy the ones that aren't too hot because that way I can still eat them. But I also like ones that, if it needs to be hotter, I just add the seeds in and add a bit more and spice it up a bit. But I'll have the Reapers now, so I'll be able to add those as well. I bought some more rhubarb, so these are Gluskin's Perpetual. I do have a couple of rhubarbs left, but only like 2 or 3 seeds, so I grabbed some of those just while I was there. I haven't had much luck really germinating my seeds from rhubarb. I've probably, out of the 2 packets that I had, I've maybe gotten 2 plants going. But anyway, it is what it is. I also bought myself some squash, some Tromboncino squash. Now, I haven't grown these before, but I just thought they sound a bit good. But I really do like the fact that all the information you need is on there, you know. 70 days for immature tender zucchini like fruit, or 100 days for fully mature pumpkin like fruit. They're a climbing harvest fruit at 25 centimeters long to use like a zucchini, or when the vine dries out to use like a pumpkin. So I like that you can kind of have young fruit and let it fully harvest, and you get food both sort of times. I bought myself some Billy Buttons for flowering, and I just did that, you know, because I'm trying to get some more pollinators in the garden. Then I also got the Rosella Early, and I only got 1 lot of those, but I wasn't sure of the difference in the 2 varieties, so I bought both, and I thought I'll see how they are. I got, and I'm going to say this wrong for sure, some Brachyscomi. These are a again, these are a flower. And it says here, do not overwater, protect from slugs and snails. So clearly slugs and snails like them. But again, I want some flowers. And I have tried to look for some native sort of flowers and things so that I'm also helping the native birds and that are around. Now I've got eucalyptus argyle apple. Now I bought 6 packets of these, and I bought this many because when I bought them, it said that they were 25 seeds, but they're really hard to see. But there is literally, I reckon, at least 200 seeds in there, but that's okay. So this is eucalyptus argyle apple. These are the ones that people use in their, sorry, that's not really good, is it? These are the ones that people put in their flower arrangements and things. So again, I've also been told that they can be quite finicky to germinate. Becky at Acre Homestead, she did do some this year. I've actually wanted to do them for a while, but I didn't actually know what they were called. Anyway, I've now found out what they are, and so I bought some seeds. So I actually bought 6 packets because I thought, well, if they're finicky and I'm only getting 25 seeds, and I know that they're small, you know, because they are so small, I just thought, well, I would, if I maybe dropped them and lost them, or they got blown away, at least I had some spares. So I got 6 packets. And then I also got some Everlasting Daisy, the Tom Thumb mix. Again, daisies for flowers. And the last thing I got was some Banksias, and they're an acorn. They're a dwarf variety, and again, I did it so that I had native trees that flower, that the birds are going to like, and the bees are going to love, and I can get some pollinators in and around. I actually have lots of little frogs here. I had them at the old house. When we first moved to our old house 6 years ago, there was hardly any bird life. There was, you know, nothing. It was pretty dry. It was pretty arid. Definitely didn't have frogs even in the dam. It was horrible. But since we went through the drought there and then got it back up and got the dam nice and clean and healthy, lots and lots of frogs. And one thing that I was really going to miss moving was having my little frog babies. And they're only frogs like 5-cent piece. So I don't even know for other currency, maybe this, like really small, they're maybe 10, what are they, they'd be 10, 15, oh no, probably about 20-30 mils, so, you know, 2-3 centimeters at best, an inch, you know, long. Anyway, so, but they're here, and I've probably got, at most I've seen so far, I think is 8 or 9, so I'm hoping I can make it a really nice home out there for them, and I'll get lots and lots more. At night I keep the blinds open and I have the light on when we're eating dinner so that we can have a little frog show while we eat our dinner. But yeah, anyway, so my idea is to put some more natives out in the yard as well, so that I've got the flowers for the birds, for the bees, and for the lady beetles, but the frogs also have some home and some garden and stuff that they like as well. So, all right, well anyway, thank you very much for joining me on my little seed haul. Like I said, I think I only got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 varieties of seeds, and it is only a small one, but there, thank you for joining me. And if there's anything that you think I should grow, like if you're, especially if you're in Australia and you think of things that you know work really well for our frogs or our wildlife, I'd really love that. Or anywhere really, you know, right across the world, I'd love to have some input on different flowers to get more bees in the area. Trying to get bees back in the area is, especially the native bees, is a really big deal. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.